What's poppin', y'all? This is Deidre with One Shot Game, man. You already know how the motto go. You get one shot at life, but a lifetime to learn all the game you need to help improve your life. The choice is yours on which route you choose to take. Now, as I always say, you get two choices: the ability to faithfully settle in the life that has been set out for you, or the ability to pave a path towards your destiny. That choice is also up to you. So before I get into the title of my video, I want to say a big shout out to all my supporters. You guys are great. And even the ones behind the scenes, I see y'all too. So, hey, look, the title of this video is going to be on the fact that when you have done the necessary work to wake up to who you are, to survive in a world that's still held back mentally, you cannot allow yourself to energetically involve yourself around people that display the old behavior that you have worked yourself out of. Because what happens is when you mix the two, you block yourself off from actually advancing. Because there are people who are just not willing to change. What they're doing is trying to study you to figure out what it is that you have that they don't, to act and portray out into the world. But see, the reason why I'm not afraid to tell the truth is because a snake will always be a snake. A real one can't fake being a real one. You know what I'm saying? It's either you real or you not. You feel me? So it doesn't matter if they try to take this information, they try to copy it, they try to mimic it. They cannot steal and act and portray being real if you really are a fake person. Because you're going to get out into the world and people are going to be able to read right through you. It's going to be displayed at maximum frequency when it comes to what and currently what we're living in right now, where it's the people are available to see people's energy right off the back. You know what I'm saying? You can no longer cloak it because the illusion spell is being removed. So it's almost as if a person is being a snake and not genuine, people are going to smell it on them. And those are people that even if you tell them that their behavior is weird, they still won't get it. So then they just have to refrain themselves from being and interacting with this person. And hopefully at some point they get it. But then again, you got to be mindful of how a lot of people have constructed their personalities off of being the type of person that shows you who they are. You know what I'm saying? Don't take it for granted. Don't second guess it. When they show you who they are, believe them. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people took what they went through and they changed. And it might trick you at first if you're not aware of who you are, because they'll come in with the most charming tongue to deceive you out of the hateful heart that they have. You feel me? So don't get tricked out your spot, because I'm telling you, they are the type of people that will block your blessings if you allow them to get too close. Whatever it is that, you feel me, your worldly things made you attractive to certain people. Find out a way to fight your temptations. Like, you really have to figure out a way to fight your worldly temptations, because I promise you, these people operate in a way where they know that those are things that you like. But spiritually, they're going to block your blessings the moment you get attached to them. You got to be able to understand that we're living in a world where the frequency is what is being seen. The realms have collapsed together. So there are a lot of people that can see people's energy for real, no matter what type of mentality you display. Even if you're a person that's still cloaked, you still lie, you still manipulate, you still don't tell the truth, and you still think people are going to believe that to get your way, what you're going to be wanting is not going to want you back. Simply because there are people that are waking up and the worlds collide, and now they can be able to see the real. You know what I'm saying? And listen, some people don't like that. That make a lot of people really upset. They be mad. They be almost ready to just attack anyone that is able to see through the realms, simply because they feel as if the only reason why you're saying what you're saying is because you can see through it. And oftentimes, a lot of people, they might know, they might not, but they've been taught how to remain silent. You feel me? Therefore, I can be able to be who I want to be to anybody, as long as no one knows the truth. But when you're someone that publicly displays the truth, it's almost as if you give people a reality check and they have no choice but to go within and look at, you feel me, themselves to heal, so they can see when they're being manipulated and played. You know what I'm saying? Listen, A lot of these people formulate these type of mentalities because they were manipulated and played early in life, and it got done to them so much without them knowing how to cut it off that they turned into the very things that manipulated them. You know what I'm saying? And that's who they are. You know what I'm saying? That is what they do. And trust me, it is a whole world still operating in old energy. But if you're someone that has elevated and grew, it is best and wise that you stay away from those people. Otherwise, you're going to have a major setback. It's going to be crucial, and it's going to try to shut down everything that you are. And it's actually very detrimental to your mental and who you are. It can have a very great backlash to where I had a chance to experience it. And I was thinking to myself at the time I was doing the right thing, until I realized you basically fell into a trap that someone put out for you, because they haven't changed. They're still the same person. They just was wondering if they could be able to get close to you because they miss, or they're in seek of the peace that you have that they don't. You know what I'm saying? And it get real tricky, especially if you have a sensitivity towards other human beings. But you got to realize it's just the world we living in these days. And these people are dark. And these people are showing you who they are because that is what life changed them into. And they're going to have to sit down and take their karma on the chin. You know what I'm saying? And they still might not be able to heal. But at that point, it's not your problem. If you basically been hit with your karma and did what you needed to do to heal, that was for you and your own experience. You can't be around no one trying to heal them, let them fix their inner demons with somebody that's attractive spiritually. Like, it doesn't work like that. They have to actually truly put the work in. So once that happens, it will start to become a place where people will understand the divine balance of energies. You know what I'm saying? To where we're separate, but we're one. There is no division. You know what I'm saying? But again, you have to realize in the human world that there is a division, because you can't just be hanging around these people thinking they cool because they're showing you on the surface that they're cool, but spiritually they're not. Because if you get involved with them and they're not spiritually good for you, you're gonna notice the effects immediately. You know what I'm saying? So don't fall for the tricks. Don't fall for the games. Don't fall for the attraction. Boy, that'll make you think, you feel me? How you think of some thoughts that'll, nigga, listen, have you out here tripping. You feel me? Listen, it is all set up and designed that way on purpose. Don't let your worldly desires, you feel me, have you trapped somewhere mentally and spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Because again, like I said, there are a lot of people that know how to cloak their energy and how to be fake people by the charming of the tongue. But really their hearts are dark. Their lifestyle turned them into dark people. And they say all the right things all the time to get everything they want from you, but you'll notice spiritually you ain't moving nowhere fast. That's because they don't have nothing to give you. You know what I'm saying? They're not learning to become better. They're using what they've been taught to get ahead in life. And every day that passes by, they get more comfortable in operating like that. Listen, I'm telling you right now, don't get tricked, okay? Because the worlds collided already. They're two worlds, but one and the same. You know what I'm saying? And it's the human beings. And they're either spiritually evolved and became their true selves, or they haven't and they're still stuck. And if you become a part of their karmic cycle, it'll be hard to get out, because they're very powerful in trapping people into that karmic cycle. That is their whole intention. That's what they do. So they can have this sense of believing that the world they operate in is the one that's going to get them what they want. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I don't know what to tell everybody, because again, like I said, if you can't see it, it's because something internally is stopping you from seeing the real. And you can't see yourself because you're not taking the necessary steps to heal. So you're projecting onto someone that may be at peace, and their healing had nothing to do with you. You feel me? They actually looked at their life and wanted better, which means you got to be able to get out of being comfortable and become uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? And listen, people just don't be ready for that. They don't be ready for that. You know what I'm saying? And I promise you, they will suck you back in easily by saying all the right things. And you have to know when to pull away, because it's all sometimes a trick to get you in. And then you start to notice the effects of doing that in your own life. And that is simply because you're a spiritual being having a human experience, and you let your human experience interact with your spiritualness, and it conflicted. You know what I'm saying? And now you being able to interact with someone who hasn't spiritually done the work played a part in creating your reality. I'm telling you, listen, it's complex, but it's not. At the end of the day, I'll be having to realize that when I wake up, sometimes I gotta completely do something other than what I be doing, because those are the mix of the realities. Those are the mix of the realms. You know what I'm saying? But again, spiritually evolved people, you cannot be around certain people that haven't spiritually evolved, because their whole mission is to trap you into not being able to wake yourself up to the awareness you need to create the life you deserve for yourself. And when you are someone that has spiritually evolved, you'll notice how your life will start to evolve if you do not engage with people who are charming with the tongue but spiritually haven't evolved nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be mindful how the two worlds are very visible now. You can't hide one, because they're so visible if you know what to pay attention to. That means you have to be fully present in your current reality to see the truth. So don't get misled, because it's going to derail you off your path. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to try to figure out what went wrong. You allowed your humanly pleasures interact with your spirituality. Don't do it. Resist temptation. You feel me? Stay away from it. Don't let it get to you, or otherwise you're going to see the effects of it quick. And I'm not talking about days, weeks later. I'm talking right then and there. So listen, if you don't know what it is, I just told you. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.